Race 2 of the weekend at Spa, and the top two in the championship, as they now were, would start from the front row. René Rast with his second pole of the year. Sheldon van der Linde alongside. Into La Source they went. The BMW swinging around the outside, but not quite level yet with the three-time champion. Carnage behind. Nico Muller and Rolf Innerschen amongst the drivers sent wide and into the gravel trap, but van der Linde had got the lead coming out of the turn and down towards Eau Rouge. Nick Cassidy in third, having qualified third, his best session of the season so far, was going with them as well as they climbed up towards the Campbell Straight for the first time. Maximilian Gotz coming under pressure from Michael Grenier, three abreast just behind as well, with Wittmann, Frager and Stolz all going side by side. And in the second group of cars, a good start for the birthday boy Lucas Auer, who made his way up from the fourth row of the grid. Out wide went Maxi Gotz, Totu Grenier, and then later in the race, Lucas Auer charging up the inside of his windward teammate to go for a move at the end of the run into the bus stop chicane. So Lucas Auer on a charge again after dropping down to fifth place in the championship with his non-points finish, and Gotz then falling behind Grenier, and then Thomas Preining pouncing on the way out of La Source. Suddenly the reigning champion losing 3 places for one as Preining bravely fired the Porsche up the inside on the way into Eau Rouge. The battle for second was robust. René Rast coming together with Nick Cassidy on the way into the hairpin at La Source as Sheldon van der Linde continued to pull away in the lead. And then between the Audi and the pit wall went the Ferrari. Brave stuff from the New Zealander, squeezing ahead, but René Rast, he's not a 3-time champion for nothing. He held on bravely around the outside. Still together they climbed up towards Radion, and then over the curbs the Ferrari holding on to the inside line. The long Campbell Straight coming. René Rast refusing to give up, not really thinking about being safe and collecting championship points. Nick Cassidy only concerned with trying to get a race victory, not involved in the championship fight. The Ferrari eventually down the inside, getting the place away from René Rast. At a key moment in the race, Sheldon van der Linde coming in for his mandatory pit stop, but difficulties with the front left. It took a couple of seconds longer than normal, and that would prove critical. An 11-second pit stop. Got out ahead of René Rast and Lucas Auer and Thomas Preining, but where would he come out in relation to Nick Cassidy, who picked up the net race lead? And with Ferrari already having had made one quick pit stop with his teammate Felipe Fraga. And Lucas Auer pushing on, trying to get back in the championship fight. Then Nick Cassidy made his pit stop and came out after a great in-lap and a great 7.6 second pit stop from the team ahead of Sheldon van der Linde. Van der Linde, though, would have his tyres up to temperature. Nick Cassidy in the Ferrari would struggle through Eau Rouge, surely. And the two of them were absolutely nose to tail as the lap went on. A big lunge up the inside on the way to Brussels for the championship leader. But Nick Cassidy was not going to give the position up. This effectively was for the lead of the race once all the pit stops were done. And Cassidy held strong. So great battle between Cassidy and van der Linde, and René Rast behind would get a 5-second penalty for his contact with Nick Cassidy that would drop him out of a potential podium position. And bravery from Thomas Preining side by side with Lucas Auer, the driver he'd had that big moment with in race 1 at Eau Rouge. He came through to pick up what would become a podium position. That was cemented when this puncture happened for René Rast towards the end of the race, having moved up to second place in the championship with 4th in race 1. He would fail to score points in race 2. It also brought about a full course yellow and a 1-lap sprint to the finish. Stress that Nick Cassidy could have done without, so too Sheldon van der Linde. They went side by side into La Source, but the Ferrari got there first, just ahead of the BMW. Thomas Preining coming under fire once more from his nemesis of the weekend, Lucas Auer, who was determined to get onto the podium on his 28th birthday. They were absolutely side by side once again on the way into Eau Rouge, but once again Thomas Preining held firm. So then, a 10th different winner in DTM 2022 as Nick Cassidy won at Spa.
Yes, you're the man, you're the man! You're legend, you're legend. Thank you so much.
An incredible weekend of racing at Spa-Francorchamps, the 6th weekend of the season, and Nick Cassidy becoming a DTM race winner after what had been a tough season for him and Ferrari up to this point. But Sheldon van der Linde would be delighted with second. So too Tommy Preining with his second podium of the weekend. They're the race results, with Lucas Auer 4th, Lucas Stolz in 5th, and Michael Grenier with a great result in 6th place. 2 weekends to go, and Sheldon van der Linde now extends his championship lead.